Welcome back to another video brought to you by BlackVue Dash Cams. Once again, I got rear-ended. I was pretty upset. I went home and sent some emails, and BlackVue Dash Cams was super helpful when it came to what they were willing to do and how they were willing to support the channel. Got a few pinches in my rubber here I don't like. So I'm gonna fix that while we're sitting here chit-chatting. So installation video as a whole isn't overly relevant because every car is going to be completely different. I went as simple as absolutely possible, and what I ended up doing, there actually was a hole right here. I don't know what it's for, but it was there already. Oh, I apologize if the sun's getting in your guys' way. Get the camera over here. The dash cam will sit about there based on some pre-look at it. I popped this corner panel here down just a little bit and hand tucked all of the wiring up here. I did have some help. My brother was giving me a hand, which made life a lot easier. And then what we did for the headliner was this rubber seal here actually will peel right back, and we just ran our finger like this along here and tucked the wiring up underneath. We did the same thing in the back. Reposition myself here. We did the same thing in the back. I literally just was laying in here and I just tucked it all up in so it's just nicely hidden. Didn't pull too much apart. I did have to pull a part of this panel here apart, and I ran the 12-volt wiring down with the main ground for the car, and then I tucked all the wiring up here in the headliner. There's about a 1/4 inch gap. As you can see, here's the camera, which still needs to be stuck. I tested the system to make sure that everything was working, and I will be running the cameras with a live view up from my phone so that when I stick them, they're centered, they're straight, and they're not obstructed by anything. So as I'm sure you guys are following along, I did not wire this underneath the hood like it had in the instructions, because that's not where all my fuses are. The main fuses for the car, traction control, headlights, running lights, signals, all that is underneath the hood. All of the accessories and internal electronics for the car where I was going to end up putting the wires in with was in the trunk. So I ran all the wiring back to the trunk. So when we pop the trunk here, as you can tell, it's very clean. What we did, let me just reposition my tripod here. Okay, what we did was I tagged it into the fuses here. This is the main wiring harness. Ow, I just pricked myself on something very sharp. This is the 12 volt. This is what would plug into your cigarette lighter. And this is what comes with the Magic Power Pro, which is the built-in module, which allows parking mode and other features to transpire off your car battery. And this here is the module. So you've got your different settings here. Based on what positions those are in, you can get 12, 24, or 72 hours of parking before it shuts the camera off altogether. And then you've got 12 volt and 24 volt for construction equipment. And then on is parking mode on, driving mode on, and off is I believe driving mode on but parking mode off. So that was pretty much it. I don't know if I figured out quite how to do parking mode yet. That I'm still gonna try to figure out. I gotta read the owner's manual to see if it's even working. I do not know. But the driving mode is working. When I turn the camera on, it makes noises and talks to me. When I shut the camera off, it makes noises. The record light comes on and does its job beautifully. If it's not working, then I didn't grab the right power for the parking mode. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna run a lead off my battery, which is right here. I'm going to run an eyelet off there with a wire down to this compartment. I'm going to fuse it, and I'm going to tag it right into the, I believe it's the black. Nope, black is the ground. Accessory on, it'll be the battery right here, battery plus. So that's worst case scenario. If it is working, then it is working. And then ground, I tagged it into a bolt down there. And then for the for the accessory plus right here. That's what turns the cameras on when you turn the car on for full-time driving mode. I actually tagged it in with the amplifier for the car. So I have the 9-speaker Bose sound system. That's the amplifier. I grabbed the fuse that was in here because this turns on accessory mode and on car's ignition. So that to me made perfect sense. So that was it. Obviously I don't have a spare tire because this car doesn't fit a spare tire. I'll put that away off camera because I'm not going to waste your guys' time watching me do silly little things. So that was it. Total installation took me about an hour. Plus I got to stick the cameras. They would be stuck, but I needed rubbing alcohol so that they get proper adhesion. And it's warmer out now. It was -4 when we did this out in the side in the driveway, and now it's +1 with a little bit of heat from the sun, so the glass will be a little bit warmer. I'll alcohol wipe it and install it. Again, I didn't take very much apart. We hand tucked everything and just hit it very well. So let's stick the cameras and I'll show you guys some of the stuff it does when it's actually up and running. That's what it looks like in front of my car right now. It's pretty damn good. I'm excited to see what the raw footage looks like though, because I mean the Wi-Fi preview is always going to be a Wi-Fi preview and never going to be as good as the actual, but very impressed so far. So we got the front, pretty straightforward, looks great. Click that little button, boom. We've got the back, again, looks great. You can see a bit of the car, no big deal. Field of view, huge. Picture quality for Wi-Fi live preview is top notch. So I think I'm going to wrap up my installation video there. I'm gonna go park my car and go inside and edit up a bunch of videos, but I want to send a huge thank you to BlackVue. Their product is top notch. Their installation was effortless. It took me and my brother a little bit of tinkering. More videos to come. I'm gonna try to include some of the actual footage off those cameras to see what it looks like off the SD card and not off of the Wi-Fi live preview, because it's always going to be better. And then I'm going to stress test it a little bit. I'm going to try once I establish that parking mode is working, I'm going to actually do stuff like bump my own car, hit it with my hands, and dance in front of it in the middle of the night and see if it actually records and what it actually does and how good it actually is, and drive around at night and drive around during the day. I mean, sitting back here to look up there, I mean, you'd never even know it was there. At the back here, I tucked the wire from the front because this kind of dips down a fair bit. Again, you'd never know it was there. I'm really impressed. But at the end of the day, the product has one job. It has to do dash cam type services, and I am looking very forward to seeing how well those actually work. Yeah, stay tuned, follow along. Let's see where this takes us.